I'm Juliana J. I'm a local author. I'm here with Gary from Two Juliana. I'm a local author. It's backwards, so it's hard to.
Yeah.
I'm Juliana J. I'm a local author. I'm here with Gary, co-owner of Two Brds Books, and Phoenix, who's a local book enthusiast. And today we're talking about our favorite cookbooks and new release cookbooks and cookbooks in general. So Gary, what do you have for us in the store?
Well, when I go to cookbooks, I go to treats. I have by Mallory Oniki a new book called Cookie Club. And I'm always a sucker for cookie cookbooks. The cookies on the front of this look delicious and kind of double chocolate chunk cookie.
Yeah,
With some kind of
with some
coffee
mixed with. You know,
Uh,
she has good taste.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, look at the back. The back has some really yummy the sandwich
That's right.
cookies.
Yeah. And I also love the color palette of that book too. It's like very like, yeah, I trust that she could make good cookies just from the color palette that was chosen, basically.
It's
Absolutely.
true.
Which I should have known because I am looking for a new cookie cookbook because I have a cookie cookbook that has wronged me on multiple occasions and it's cost me, I don't know, probably over $50 of butter, which in this economy is not nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. The cookbook that I got was really good cookies in a newspaper, but then it just kind of like lost translation when it actually went to the actual print. So yeah, I'm excited to pick this one up.
Right. So the recipes worked in when published in a different format, but somehow
Yeah,
the
they
translation
selected the cookies from like a local newspaper. They're from the Minnesotan State Fair. And they tried to like condense all the award-winning cookies into a cookbook, which I was really excited about because my husband's mom makes really good cookies from the newspaper clippings. And she gave me this book, which I thought was really nice and like really cute because I always talk about how much I love her cookies. But I don't know if it was just my cooking skill or the book itself, but the book wasn't quite working out. And I was a little bit angry about that because I wanted the good Minnesotan cookies, which, like out in California, are kind of like rarer, like these are like rolled, like French cookies. They're like high butter content cookies, hence the $50 with the butter. Yeah. So I was like, you can't really like get that kind of cookie.
That's true.
And, so I was excited, but they didn't quite hit the mark. So I'm excited to maybe pick up this one because you can always use that. And also cooking cookies is nice to do via like a physical book. Just for like the cozy vibes rather than like going online and like scrolling through like a bunch of ads, just part of the experience.
It's true. You bring up a good point about the actual cookbooks that are physical paper cookbooks, in that cooking also has such a vibe with it. So often we just, come home from work and slap stuff together and throw stuff together and or, but so many cooks that I know and bakers that I know spend most of their weekend cooking and baking and then putting that away for the week or whatever. And it's a whole vibe, the music, what it looks like in their place.
And if you're going to buy like a $200+ KitchenAid stand mixer that's color coordinated with your kitchen,
True.
you don't want to then just go on your phone and look up the recipe. You want the cookbook.
Right.
I will say what's a cookbook game changer is a nice stand to put the cookbook on and like a little page thing. Like we have one from IKEA that's just like a little bamboo one that you could then put like little prongs on the book pages.
Oh yeah, so it doesn't
keep
your place.
Yeah. I think that's really nice because otherwise, it's like, oh, it all takes up less space on the counter.
Right. Yeah. Plus it keeps them cleaner, I think.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What else you got, Gary? Is there any other?
I have one other one very quickly if you want.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Is
Oh my God. We're just
today.
Yeah, I know, right?
Goodness. So I have one more if you'd like. It is Ella Quittner's Obsessed with the Best. You'll see this cookbook also has cookies on it. And in this book, they have researched how to make the best version of many different foods. So on the front, there are cookies and pancakes. They test recipes with different kinds of oils, different kinds of butters, different kinds of temperatures, and figure out the best way to cook a variety of different foods.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it's kind of like a Kenji Lopez Alt vibes.
Yeah, or America's Test Kitchen. Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. That's actually a really great book for like a housewarming or people who are like a wedding or something like that, or people who are just starting out on their own, because it sort of takes away from what you were talking about trying to cook something from a recipe and being disappointed.
Fail, yeah.
Yeah, and then never cooking
Yeah.
again
Well,
because you feel like you can't.
yeah, and Kenji Lopez is like a really popular moment because I think people are like really interested in like the food science of like I want to know why food turns out a specific way because maybe I want to riff on a recipe. And if you don't have the food science of it, it's hard to then riff.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, I need the science to riff. But I actually like have a funny story about Kenji Lopez, kind of through another friend's story of Kenji Lopez, which I'm then excited for this cookbook because the story kind of like made me annoyed with him a little bit. But he said that his girlfriend at the time used to work at the same company that Kenji Lopez Alt's wife worked at, and that they all went on a skiing trip together. And apparently, he was like super insufferable. So, that's my story. It kind of made me annoyed. You know, it was like, come on,
Yeah.
come on, you know,
Right.
like you're insufferable in the book.
Yeah. But not in real life. But
Yeah.
I guess
mean, it
it's
was also
authentic.
like with like a small San Francisco tech company. So like it was just like that was already annoying to me in the story. And then him being insufferable was just the next level that I couldn't bear at the time. So.
Oh my God, that's so funny. It's so fun to learn about the writers behind the work, you know? So
yeah, I mean, I still respect him. And yeah, his fried chicken recipe is still one of my favorites. So
yeah. So it's good.
Actually, something interesting too is that when I was recently at Seattle, apparently they have a bookstore there called the Book Larder, which is all cookbooks.
Oh,
And I almost like stopped in, but then I had too many bookstores to go to while I was in Seattle, so I didn't. But
that's good to know. On the list for next time.
Yeah, but Two Brds have a great cookbook selections.
It does, definitely. What did you bring?
I brought 6 Seasons, which is by Joshua McFadden. He is probably not very pretentious, and if he is, do not tell me. I'm not interested in figuring it out because his recipes, no one who makes a salad like he makes a salad could be pretentious, you know. And if he is, he deserves it, honestly, because every recipe in this book is just so good. Like I've literally made probably 20 recipes from this book, and they're all amazing, all focused on seasonal ingredients. And what I really like about it is because I live in Berkeley, so like I have like a really good assortment of like local farmers markets, and I have the Berkeley Bowl, which has like a big rotating seasonal cast of fruits and vegetables. But what I really like about this one is that the recipes are like not only like well tested and delicious, but they're also like pretty creative. So, you know, usually I get annoyed if I look up a pasta recipe or a salad recipe and I'm like, I could have probably figured that out. You know, like the same thing with like smoothie recipes. Like, I don't know. I probably could have figured out a lot of these smoothie recipes. But that's just because I probably had smoothie expertise. But yeah, every recipe in this book that I've tried so far has been like so good. The recipes are so creative. He has a recipe for a caramelized carrot pie, which I say is the best pie I've ever had in my life.
Everything you cooked out of that book has been through the roof delish.
Yeah. And I love pies. I'm a connoisseur of pies, so this is really high praise.
All right, there you go. I think that's
Yet my authority.
Another great gift idea.
Yes.
Right. And so I have some oldies but goodies. I'm pretty much a lifelong vegetarian, but this first book I got, Betty Crocker's new cookbook, which is probably from the 70s, written by Betty Crocker. I'm not quite sure it's written by. But anyway, as you can see, I've used this book a lot. And what's really great about this book, you can pick it up used all the time. I looked up all these books are probably out of print I'm going to talk about, but I have seen them all at used bookstores, even at one of these I got at the thrift store. So, and Gary, you take in used books too sometimes.
Sure, absolutely.
So yeah, you might see that. What's great about this book is it's just really super, super basic. I don't think any of the recipes really totally wow me, but if you need to know how do I cook leg of lamb, or, you know, how do I do freezer cookies, or why is that important? You know, that's kind of written in here in very simple, easy language. All the recipes are so basic, you can build on them and add your own style, which is kind of what I've done. My mom gave me this cookbook. I don't want to say how many years ago, but let's just say decades. And as you can see, I've used it a lot. And it's really fun with kids too, because it's a basic recipe. So if you're making a cake, it's not so elaborate that the kids get tired and want to go watch TV or whatever that keeps them engaged. And then this is my favorite vegetarian cookbook of all time, also out of print, The Art of Indian Vegetarian Cooking. It's Lord Krishna's cuisine. So this was kind of a really well-known book in probably the 70s through the 80s, maybe even the 90s. I love all the recipes in this book. They're very simple. It talks a lot about how to make your own ghee and the simple ingredients that go into this type of cooking. Everything is delicious and nothing is bland. It's everything I've cooked in here, I've absolutely, absolutely loved. And then the last one is the one I picked up at the thrift. These are going to fall. I picked up at the thrift just recently as another kind of staple in the vegetarian world of old. It's the Moosewood Cookbook by Molly Katzen. And as you can see, this book's well loved too by someone and soon to be well loved again by me. I've owned this book 3 times and I've given it away every single time because all the recipes are just so good. It has this handwritten kind of quality with little pictures in it. Yeah, it's really great, really wonderful recipes. This restaurant, I think, was on the East Coast and was really a turning point for a lot of the cuisine that's in here and really in the forefront. I don't think it's around anymore, that restaurant. I think it was in upstate New York. But this is a great cookbook if you happen to see it at the thrift. I recently bought it for $2.99, so it's also a deal. So keep your eye out for that one. And there you have it. Some great cookbooks. What you have something else?
I was going to feature some recipes actually.
Okay, feature, show us.
Okay. I have a few recipes from this book actually that I really like if you want to get this cookbook and cook some stuff. The first one is this carrots, dates, and olives with creme fraiche and frico.
Oh God, that is amazing.
Yeah, I've made this one probably 5 times.
That is so
It's
good.
so good.
And when you made that the first time, we were like, that doesn't really seem like it goes together. We were skeptical, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I decided that I really like a salad that doesn't have leaves, but that has like other things like carrots or like cucumbers, like hard things that you could easily spear with a fork.
Right.
Because, sometimes it's annoying to spear leaves with a fork.
That is true.
So this was exciting because of that. And it features creme fraiche, which is one of my favorite ingredients.
And it's pretty. It's a really pretty salad. Sometimes salads aren't so pretty.
Yeah, and I feel like the carrots that were they're kind of boiled in like some olive oil and some chili flakes, which like gave the carrots like a really good like crunch and spice. And that with like the pitted olives, the creme fraiche, and medjool dates and white wine vinegar and parsley, it was just like such a good combination. This is what I'm talking about, like creative recipes. Like I would have never made this.
Right. You're saying you would have never cooked.
No, I would have never
combined.
I would have never come up with the combination of things that was so good here. Okay, and another one that is literally like so good and might blow your mind a little bit is this tomato, melon, and hot chili salad with burrata. And you wouldn't think that tomatoes and melon and hot chili go together, but it was just like so good. It was like just like such a good use of like seasonal melon. Like a cantaloupe or like even like a honeydew or something like that. It was just like, again, a salad without leaves, but that was just like so good. And like, you just feel so healthy whenever you eat rice salads, which is great. And like how fun to go to a potluck or something and be like, I made a salad with tomatoes and melons.
Yeah, I would have never put that together. I'm trying to imagine what that tastes like.
It tastes good. and then my favorite pie recipe of all time doesn't really do it justice, this picture, but it's carrot pie in a pecan crust. And like I said, this is the best pie I've ever had. We went to I have some friends who do like a monthly dinner party thing where they invite their friends and everyone makes a different recipe from the book, which is how I first got acquainted with this book. And the host made this pie and she like gave kind of everyone a disclaimer when we first got there. She's like, yeah, I made the pie, but like it's so weird. It has carrots in it. Like who knows? Like, and she showed everyone, and I was like, "Oh, look, like really cute and rustic." And everyone was just kind of like, "Oh yeah, carrot pie, probably weird, right?" But then it came out, and everyone was floored. I think I was the only one, like, maybe bold enough to say that it was my favorite pie of all time. But I'm pretty sure other people felt the same way. And it was also like a really cool, vibrant orange colored.
Oh, cool!
So it was like a little bit more like visually stunning than say a pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie needs to move over.
Shots fired.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I love it when
I've been having a lot of shots on this post.
You're passionate about the cooking.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. I guess, the cookbooks really brought out my passion.
Yeah.
Just because I've been burned.
So many times.
And and I just think, again, the creativity, I think, is something that I like.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
And also, I hate pumpkin pie. So any shot, I look for any opportunity to fire shots.
Shoot
at
down
that.
pie.
Just the pumpkin pie.
Just pumpkin. That's so funny. Well, there you go. Next Thanksgiving, don't forget carrot pie. All right. Well, thank you so much for being here, dear reader. It's been a pleasure having you. I hope you check out some of these recipes, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.